What the hell is a mountain IPA? Well, if you carry on watching this video, you're about to find out. Let's get ready to rock. Welcome back to Rocker's Beer Review. Today we're going to be reviewing this beer. This is a Northbridge and it is a mountain IPA. Now, any of you that are new to mountain IPA, you're not alone because I've never heard of a mountain IPA. It's coming in at 7.2% and it's a collaboration with Thornbridge and North Brewery, hence the name Northbridge. So a mountain IPA. So I have read the side of the notes here and there is some information. So you're just about to find out what a mountain IPA is. So, a mountain IPA, our collaboration with North Brewing Co. is inspired by both West Coast bitterness and East Coast softness. This mountain IPA takes the middle ground between the two IPA styles. So, West Coast IPA generally a little bit more bitter, less soft, a little bit more sort of piney, a bit more sort of more from the sort of citrus sort of areas, whereas an East Coast is much softer. It's one of my favourites. New England IPAs are, you know, a typical East Coast type of beer, usually soft, usually a lot more tropical notes. So I'm not sure what this is going to actually taste like, but it's 7.2%, pretty decent. This is a Morrisons, so this is a Morrisons beer. So it was about £3, not bad at all. Let's get this into a glass, see what it's like. Let's see what the mountain IPA is. This the new beer that's going to take off, the new style of craft beer, mountain IPA. Well, let's have a look, shall we? Okay, so beer in a glass, and straight away, to me, I'm a bit undecided. At first I thought it looked a bit like a New England IPA, but although you got that yellowness, it's not as hazy as most of the sort of East Coast IPA. We've got a two-finger fluffy white head there, which is very sort of typical. So you can see there's that softness there, but below it looks a bit clearer, more pale ale-ish. So I think we're going to get less tropical notes and more citrus. But let's get some aromas. Yeah, I'm getting more sort of oranges, tangerines, and grapefruits. If you're going to get a little bit of bitterness, you're going to expect the grapefruit as the aroma. Lemons, limes, fairly zesty. You're not getting much. You're not getting mango. You're not getting. You're getting a little bit of passion fruit. I think passion fruit is probably the big one actually. But I'm going to try it. So cheers, everyone. Well, that's quite strange because, in fact, the flavour is very sort of, there's a lot more pineapple in there. Actually, it works really well. It is very soft, low levels of carbonation, very typical in that way of an East Coast IPA. And although there is orange, there's a pineapple, then you get a little bit of citrus and orange and that sort of a fleshy blood orange, and then you get a little sharpness and a little bitterness of grapefruit. But I've had West Coast IPAs and to be honest I try and steer clear a little bit of them because I sometimes find the bitterness is too much for my personal palate. It's not something that I like. I don't like bitterness. I like real dryness on a bitterness. But this is really, really nice. And the bitterness actually, it makes the drink give it a bit more robustness, taste a bit better, rounds it off nicely. So you've got lots of nice flavours there. And look at that. The head is really nice and fluffy. I'm really enjoying that. The look of the beer looks really good. It's the softness. It's funny because I do like that sort of orangey sort of flavour. and you don't normally get that with that sort of softness. So it's almost very alien in terms of in the mouth, because it's so soft, and you expect, I'm going to get some mangoes and pineapples, and that's the real flavour. But we're getting oranges, we're getting a bit of passion fruit, and we're getting a subtleness of a pink grapefruit. Let's see what else it says on the can. So I hadn't read this far ahead. It's got Citra, an HBC 353, so that's obviously an experimental, unclassified. They usually give it a number, that sort of type of name. Well, it's not even a name, is it? It's just a number and a code, really, when they haven't classified this hop. So it's an experimental hop. And Brew 1, which is something that we've seen before. It's vegan, so if there's any vegans out there, there's a few people that follow me on Instagram. This is a vegan beer. I think you'll like this one. And it says hazy, and it says pineapple and peach. So I did get that element of pineapple. It's sort of, there's an underlying flavour of pineapple, but the orange is a little bit more overpowering. But maybe that's orangey, peachy. Yeah, I could probably see that that sort of flavour. Piney, yeah, well, the bitterness and the pine sort ofness of it, typical of a West Coast, so you're getting that. Stone fruits, yeah, and then it says, first I was reading this, I said, goat's cheese salad. I mean, it doesn't taste like goat's cheese at all. That's the food that you should enjoy with this. I think you can enjoy it on its own. You don't need to eat food with it. That's a pretty damn good beer. I mean, I must admit, when I saw this in the supermarket and it said Mountain IPA, Thornbridge, North, they are good, consistent breweries, but they don't do anything, out of this world. But for a supermarket beer, there's a lot of flavour there. It tastes quite full flavoured, nice body. And I think I'm going to look out for some more Mountain IPAs, because it could be my new favourite style. Really enjoying that. So let's get some scores, shall we, for the Northbridge. We're ready for some scores now for Northbridge. From Morrisons, £3, 440ml can. This is a Mountain IPA. You've heard it here first, Mountain IPA. Will we see more beers advertised as Mountain IPAs? Well, I'm interested in to know if anyone has ever had a Mountain IPA before that isn't this one. Let me know in the comments, because I'm going to try it again, because I really enjoyed this. Firstly, aromas. I suppose with the aromas, you're getting that orange and citrusy. It's quite big on the aromas, and there's a little bit of passion fruit. It's really nice, but there's a little bit of, it doesn't sing as much as a lot of these sort of juice bombs, and a lot of the New England IPAs have a real great sort of aroma there, but it's pretty good. Nothing wrong with it. I'm giving it a 13 out of 20. Appearance, though, I think it's damn good. I mean, it's nice and light and yellow and hazy. The head is good. The retention is good. It's got a lovely soft mouthfeel, so you could say that's the appearance of it as well. It's very sort of medium bodied. I'm giving it a great 9 out of 10 for appearance. Then we got flavour. It's a really nice flavour. There's a lot of people out there that like that bitterness, like the West Coast IPAs, because it's got the flavour, but the combination of the fact that it's got that East Coast softness, you expect to get, when you first put it in your mouth, you expect to get the flavours of mangoes and pineapples that are really, really big, and they're big tropical sort of notes. But you don't get them as much. But what you get is it's replaced with a citrus and an orange and a grapefruit flavours that are really, really nice. There's a little bit of bitterness. I wouldn't say it was overly bitter. I've had some West Coast IPAs that are almost overly bitter, but this has got a bitterness that just gives the beer a little bit more robustness, especially on the back end. You drink it down, you think, it's nice, and there's a fruity sort of flavour. Then you get a nice bitterness, but it's not. It doesn't sort of really outstay its welcome. It's really well balanced. I'm giving it a 34 out of 40 for flavour. Value for money. Well, this counts £3 from your supermarket. I think it's damn good. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10 for value. And then in terms of my overall experience, well, you might have known I'm really enjoying it, and I think I went into this beer with very, very low expectations, because Mountain IPA, is this just another sort of faddy sort of beer? And, do they know, is it just they brewed something and they're not quite sure where it fits? But actually it works really well. You get that flavour, you get that real sort of flavour with a bitterness, but you also get that nice soft mouthfeel. I could drink a few of these and I would recommend this to anyone. If you like beer, I mean, it's a disappointing looking can. I mean, I don't think the can really sort of jumps out in the supermarkets, and I think you could sort of quite easily discount it. 7.2%, not sessionable, but you don't taste the alcohol. So in terms of my overall enjoyment, I'm giving it 16 out of 20. So we top those scores out, we get an 81 out of 100. That's damn good, especially for a supermarket beer. It's an Iron Maiden beer. It's a low Iron Maiden beer, 81. So you know what beer it is? Just recently, you may have seen the Iron Maiden ranking video they did. Now, there's a song off Number of the Beast that wasn't on Number of the Beast, but should have been on Number of the Beast. It's a song called Total Eclipse. If you're a hardcore Iron Maiden fan, you would know this song, and it should have really been on there instead of Invaders or Gangland, which is better the weaker songs. This was a B-side, and it should have been on that. But it's a low-level Iron Maiden song, and that's what I'm going to call this beer. Mountain IPA, Total Eclipse, Iron Maiden. Hope you enjoyed the review. Remember, if you like the review, put a thumbs up. Please subscribe. You get to see the videos as soon as they come out. All the rock reviews, all the supermarket, the bottle shop, all the different interesting things that we're going to do. And until the next video, you know what you have to do. Keep on rocking.